Hi again. Let's look at how to do networks in Altair, and specifically we're going to look at some node and link diagrams. So if I want to get started in Altair, I'm often looking at the example gallery or adding an example. And here, if we go to the example gallery and we look for a node link diagram, sometimes it can help to search. So if I control F here, let's see if we can find networks. There aren't really any network graphs here, and I'll save you the scrolling. There's no node link examples. But another thing that I want to look into for Altair is this Altair ecosystem. So there's a lot of different libraries that sit around Altair to help with some of these. So for geographic visualization, for network X, for pandas. So there's a lot of other libraries that sit around Altair that we can use to do this. And so we're going to look at NX Altair and network X specifically to help us with the layout. So there isn't, as you probably saw in D3 or Vega Lite, or you can look in, right, there isn't any layout algorithms in Vega Lite or Vega. So in this case, Altair, Vega Lite, Altair, they're really just drawing libraries, right? They're not going to help us position the nodes on a network. So this is where NX Altair comes in. So NX Altair uses network X under the hood to do the layout, and then we'll use Altair just to do the drawing. And this is similar to how network X works with Matplotlib. So we'll take an example, a look at an example where we have Matplotlib, and also how we do that with Altair. The announcement of this NX Altair, right? We can actually go and include a tweet, and this is kind of just some fun code to have for using these notebooks, right? You can actually insert HTML directly using the HTML function. So this is so Zach Saylor wrote this NX Altair, and this is the example he was showing off. So the code is up on GitHub, right? We were just there, and we don't have it on the collaboratory environment to start, so we can go ahead and install it. So this is how to install additional libraries, and you can run any system calls, right, if you just prefix them with the exclamation point. This also works in Jupyter on your machine. And if there's a library that you can't get, you can also actually connect to your local runtime, so local Jupyter runtime, and run it in Google, but collected to a local runtime. That's kind of another way around. And so here, right, we're going to need all these libraries. So Matplotlib, NumPy, NetworkX, Altair, and NX Altair. We're going to use all these. And to start, I've already written the code here just to save us a little time. We're going to create a random network. We've done that. We're using NX to NetworkX to create the network, and it's really helpful to do that for us. And let's go ahead and try to draw it. So NetworkX has a built-in drawing. So this is NetworkX's draw NetworkX, right? It's going to use a default of the spring layout, and it's also going to use Matplotlib to actually go and make this plot. So we've got a PNG here rendered from Matplotlib. It's the same to do that with Altair now. So NXA, right? This is NX Altair, and we can go ahead and make that same graph. It's the same API, but here we did it with Altair, right? And you can see we actually get our little Altair button. This is an Altair graph. So we can use Altair to do some of the things that weren't possible. So we can extend beyond what we could do in Matplotlib right away by adding some interaction. So here, right, we can add a tooltip to the nodes to see the name. Oh, it doesn't seem to be working. Oh, I'll have to try to fix that one. Yeah, of course, we can add a tooltip. Right, so if we wanted to make this work, right, maybe it'll help to extract the network and draw it right in Altair. But yeah, we can do that. And one of the reasons that Altair is really powerful, right, is we can layer graphics on top of each other and use filters. Here's another example, and this is, I think, going to be closer to the example that, so let's see. Here is our chart, right? This is going to color with Viridis. Yep. So yeah, using an API kind of on top of NetworkX, but ultimately going to render down to Altair and then Vega. And let's go ahead and do a combined plot. So this is what we'd see where we can add two plots horizontally or vertically, and right, use them together. So here, right, we've got a filter on the graph that we can use to show the node and the node counts. So we can actually link these graphs together, and I think this is really leveraging the power of these tools together. I mean, you could imagine trying to do something like this with Matplotlib or another static network renderer, and we got a big lift from Altair here, and we can build some pretty cool things. So again, if you're using Altair for networks, right? Altair doesn't have the layout algorithm, so you can do the layout algorithm yourself. Another option beyond using NetworkX to do layout is you could use D3, right? You could use D3's layout algorithms and then extract the laid out data and then use Altair to plot it. Would be another option. And you can then use Altair's interactions and all the fun stuff you get from Altair, right, to build complicated graphics and dashboards pretty easily. Thanks.